live from VII Studios in Eddyville, Kentucky. It's time for another episode of VII's Game Corner. Tonight, we're talking about my first Final Fantasy game. That's right, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Thank you, Black Friday, and I got a bunch of games reviews I'll be talking about soon. Your host, VII. Hello, Easy Nation. Welcome to another episode of VII's Game Corner. I hope everyone is having a good time or a good January. Wow, that got away from me. So, I'm back on another VII's Game Corner. It's been a little bit since I've done one. I did one, I think, a month ago. I did my thoughts of Spyro, and it's cool to be able to talk about some of these cool games that came out last year. You know, we're at the end of this generation of games, and soon, one day, hopefully, I'll be able to get me a PS5 if I can ever find one. But for now, I was never going to get me a PS5. The reason I'm going to get me a PS5 this year is because of my stimulus check. Thank you, Trump. I'll never say that words again. I'm now going to have to wash my mouth out with holy water. But I was never going to get me a PS5 because I was going to get me a PS5, but I still have so many games that I haven't even played from the PS4. And so, yeah, I'm going to talk about some of these games that I'm talking about. And Black Friday, I went a little overboard this last Christmas. I got me a bunch of video games that I've been wanting to play. Like, I got me Final Fantasy VII, which I've never played a Final Fantasy before. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I got Ghost of Tsushima, Star Wars Squadrons. I saw that on a really good discount. I got the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Never played a Zelda game before. So there's a bunch of games that I'm looking forward to playing and talking about. And so sometimes I just get into, sometimes I get into a movie watching mood. I want to watch so many movies. Then I get into a TV mood. I want to watch a lot of TV. And then I get into a video game mood. Game moods don't happen as often. So right now, I'm riding that wave as long as it lasts. And, with no movies out, I'm kind of going back into playing video games. And, I did that during the summer last year. I played all the Assassin's Creed I missed out on. Still waiting to play Valhalla, but I was kind of wanting to play. I'm going to get that eventually. But there's, like I said, I have so many games that I want to play. And so, yeah, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII, the remake. So, I never played a Final Fantasy game before, unless we count Kingdom Hearts. And a lot of people are like, that doesn't count! Stop bringing up Kingdom Hearts! It's not a Final Fantasy game! And I'm just like, calm down. Calm down, people. Calm down. So, I've heard all kinds of stories about Final Fantasy VII due to friends I had in college and high school. And if you're listening to this, there's a shout out to you two, the guys. But I never played a Final Fantasy, never even dreamed, mostly because of those conversations I had. But I heard some really good reviews. The game looked beautiful to play, and I'm just like, I gotta play this game eventually. And so, yeah, I played Final Fantasy VII, and here are my thoughts. I really, really liked it. And first off, I want to talk about the gameplay. I thought the gameplay was fun. It's very action-oriented. It feels very similar to, what Kingdom Hearts feels like. And, same studios and everything, and the last game they did do, I think, was Kingdom Hearts 3. I do like this game a lot more than Kingdom Hearts 3, because I was not a fan of that game. But I thought this game was, like I said, I thought the gameplay was fun. I liked how you had your multiple companions who all played different from each other. And that's the thing. That's kind of hard to do. Have a game where you have different characters who are completely different from their playstyles. Like you had Tifa, who's a boxer. You have Barrett, who's the gunner, and then you have the girl who's basically a mage. And they all complement each other in their own way. And I just thought like I said, I thought the gameplay. I thought I thought it was challenging at times. I did have to turn difficulty down a couple of times. I can't beat this guy. I can't beat this. I get mad. And that's probably the reason why I don't play video games as much as I used to. It's because I get so angry playing them sometimes. I just thought the gameplay of the game was fun. The summonings, the magic. I'm mostly a bruiser, so I'm gonna go in, attack. You have my cure magic on standby, so I can heal myself. And then the other characters was fun to play as well. The story. So the story of it is, alright, I could do this. I can do this. I can break what the story of Final Fantasy VII is. I cannot help me. So the story of the game is you play Cloud. He is a former soldier turned mercenary. He joins up with this crew called Avalanche. Avalanche wants to destroy these reactors, which is basically abusing the planet they live on. That's abusing this thing called Mako. There's these reactors that fuels the city of Midgard. The whole game takes place in the city of Midgard. You basically destroy these two things. You connect with some characters like Tifa, and then you connect with this new girl, the mage girl. You find out she's in her bloodline, she is an ancient people who are connected more to the planet, and Sifra, whatever they're called, wants to use her to get to the promised land, and then they can abuse all the Mako that they have. They kidnap the girl, or the girl willingly goes because they destroy Sector 7. There was also some other stuff. Cloud gets into a dress to sneak into, try to become this gangster's bride. That was a little weird. That was some weird moments in that. But, a fun little dancing thing, and then also there's all sorts of little side games, like the motorcycle stuff was cool. Eventually you go to the fortress. You basically figure out that the president and Sifra are not the main villains, really. It's really comes down to Sephiroth, who the main character Cloud has seen the entire game, and you're just like, is this guy having some kind of mental breakdown? Then when everyone else sees Sephiroth, you're like, okay, he's not going crazy. This is actually, and there's some kind of connection that the game doesn't really get into. Maybe we'll say that for a sequel. There's also these heartless, basically, characters called the Whispers, who are all over these shrouded things. They can't kill you because they cannot disrupt the flow of destiny. That was the part where I'm just like, what the hell is going on? You have an in-fight with Sephiroth. You beat Sephiroth, you leave Midgard, and you go off. It's like, it's time to hunt him. Also, you get a cool little dog character. And yeah, that's Final Fantasy VII's story. It makes no sense at the end. The first 2/3 of the story, I was really enjoying it. The last part of it, because I was like, okay, I can get down with this. You had this governing agency abusing its power. Somehow, probably in the sequel or the next game, we'll see Sephiroth make his waves into it. Also, there's some kind of evil Frankenstein doctor going. There's something going on there. Like I said, I'm used to Square Enix stories making no sense because I played Kingdom Hearts 3, and I thought Kingdom Hearts 2 made no sense, but Kingdom Hearts 3 makes no sense. But I thought the first 2/3 of this story made perfect sense, and in the last part, I got a little confused, but I was not confused. I wasn't so confused where I'm like, I never want to play this game again. I was more like, I kind of want some answers, and I just want to play another game because I did really enjoy this game. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on Final Fantasy. There are some of the characters I did enjoy, like Cloud. I like his brooding kind of character. I really like Tifa. I thought Tifa's character was really good, and I don't know if you should find CGI animated characters hot, but Tifa's hot. Like, god dang, she's a hot character. And then the mage girl, I like her. I thought she was really cool. And Barrett, I thought Barrett, every time he was on the show in the game, I thought he stole the show. Some of his lines were great. Like when they're walking up the stairs, I thought he was hilarious in it. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts of Final Fantasy VII. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My next game will be Star Wars Squadrons, unless I rage quit it. Then it'll be Ghost of Tsushima. And then, so it might be a little bit before my next game corner, but hey, just stay tuned. for more Darth Easy stuff. Also, guys, make sure you check out my main Darth Easy YouTube channel. I have a bunch of videos being posted every week, every day. I have a lot of videos that I was being lazy around during Christmas time, but now they're all coming out now. So make sure you check that out now. Alright, guys, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, subscribe, see more, tell your friends about Easy Nation. Until next time, all too easy.